Hello, I am Ashish Arora. I work as a senior scientist at the Molecular and Structural Biology Division, CSIR Central Drug Research Institute at Lucknow. I work in the area of structural biology and my specialization is in determining the structures of proteins using NMR spectroscopy. Under the EPG Pathshala, I present to you Paper 8 Medical Physics and Module 24 Principles of Two-Dimensional NMR Spectroscopy Part 1. So, the objectives of this module are to present to you what is the general scheme of 2D experiments, what is 2D correlation spectroscopy, COSY, what is total correlation spectroscopy, TOCSY, what is nuclear Overhauser effect and cross relaxation rate a constant, what is a 2D NOESY experiment, NOE spectroscopy, what are transverse NOE and ROESE experiments, what is chemical exchange and 2D exchange spectroscopy. Homonuclear through bond correlation methods. Homonuclear means involving interactions between the same type of nuclei. In homonuclear correlations, magnetization transfer occurs between nuclei of the same type. In 1D pulsed Fourier transform NMR, the signal is recorded as a function of one time variable and then Fourier transformed to give a spectrum which is a function of one frequency variable. In two-dimensional NMR, the signal is recorded as a function of two time variables T1 and T2 and the resulting data is Fourier transformed twice to yield a spectrum which is a function of two frequency variables. In two-dimensional NMR spectroscopy, two new elements known as the evolution and mixing periods are introduced into the NMR experiment between the preparation and acquisition periods, which are the same for 1D experiments. The general scheme for recording two-dimensional spectrum. This consists of four distinct parts as is shown: the preparation period, the evolution period T1, mixing period and the acquisition period T2. Preparation. The desired non-equilibrium state of the spin system is prepared from the initial equilibrium state of the spin system. Evolution. During the variable evolution period, the incrementable time T1 is increased in discrete steps to a maximum value of T1 max. Mixing. During the mixing period, coherence is transferred from one spin to another. Acquisition. The FID is recorded in the conventional fashion. If more than one coherence transfer pathway is feasible, phase cycling or field gradient pulses are used to determine which coherence transfer processes contribute to the final spectrum. Pulse sequence for correlation spectroscopy. The basic pulse sequence and coherence level diagram for the COSY experiment is shown in the figure. Narrow bars represent 90-degree pulses. The basic phase cycle is phi1 is equal to x and phi2 is equal to x and receiver is also equal to x. Axial peak suppression and cyclops phase cycling performed to obtain an 8-step phase cycle. Frequency discrimination in F1 is obtained by shifting the phase of phi1 and the receiver according to the TPPI states or TPPI states protocols. Basically, in the indirect dimension, you also need quadrature detection, and this is done by measuring the same time point twice but with certain phase changes, and these phase changes come into the time proportional phase increment process or the one described as hyper complex by states and others. As we have learnt about the product operators, so the product operator analysis for the simple Cauchy pulse sequence as described in the previous slide can also be performed. Consider a set of two spins I and S of the same nuclear species. The Larmor frequencies of I and S are designated omega I and omega S, and the two spins have a scalar coupling interaction with a coupling constant J. Now we can start with, we have learnt how the operators IZ, IX, IY change with various pulses and the delay times. So here what we see is that when to the IZ a 90° X pulse is applied, then it changes to minus IY, and then you have the time, so that leads you minus IY cos omega 1 T1 cos pi j T1 plus 2Ix Sz cos omega 1 T1 omega I T1 sin pi T1 into j plus Ix sin omega I T1 cos pi j T1 plus 2I Sz sin omega I T1 sin pi j T1. When you apply another 90° pulse, 90° X, then it becomes Iz cos omega I T1 cos pi j T1 minus 2Ix Sy cos omega I T1 sin pi j T1 plus Ix sin omega I T1 cos pi j T1 minus 2Ix Sy to Iz Sy sin omega I T1 sin pi j T1. Only the terms proportional to Ix and 2Iz Sy result in detectable signals during the acquisition period. The first term leads to a detectable signal proportional to sin omega I T1 cos pi j T1 cos pi j T2 exponential I omega I T2. The second term leads to signal proportional to sin omega I T1 sin pi j T1 sin pi j T2 exponential I omega S T2. Now the schematic form of basic Cauchy experiment is shown in these two figures. In the left figure, Fourier transform with respect to T1 and T2 generates a schematic spectrum with two peaks. D, known as diagonal peaks at frequencies f1, f2 is equal to omega I and f1, f2 is equal to omega S, and two peaks Sx known as cross peaks at frequency f1, f2 is equal to omega I, omega S and frequencies omega S and omega I. And these are the cross peaks which link the chemical shift omega I to omega S. And in the right, the shapes of the peaks are shown. The cross and diagonal peaks are 90° out of phase. The cross peaks are phased to have antiphase absorptive line shapes. Antiphase means when there are two lines, one is positive and another one is negative. So that is antiphase, and these lines are absorptive, as we have learned, absorptive and dispersive line shapes. So the cross peaks are phased to have antiphase absorptive line shapes in both dimensions, and the diagonal peaks are phased to have in phase dispersive line shapes in both dimensions. Let us simply look at the Cauchy spectrum of ethyl benzene as is shown in the figure. In 2D Cauchy spectra, cross peaks are observed where there is spin-spin coupling between nuclei, in this case between the ethyl group. The spectrum is symmetrical about the diagonal axis. The cross peak has both positive and negative intensity because it is antiphase. The cross peaks between the methylene 2.7 ppm and methyl 1.3 ppm moieties of the ethyl group are very clear in the upper right quadrant of the spectrum. Double quantum filtered Cauchy is a variation of Cauchy in which the signals in singlets and solvent signals are suppressed. The cross peaks and diagonal peaks are both antiphase absorptive at the same time. DQF COSY is more commonly used for characterization of small molecules, and we can follow up on our example of strychnine from the previous module and look at the expanded region of DQF COSY spectrum, and this expanded region shows the aromatic protons. And as we can see by numbering, there are 1, 2, 3 and 4 aromatic protons, and we see on the diagonal 1, 2, 3 and 4 peaks. The most downfield peak, which is around 8.1 ppm and is labeled as 4, shows a cross peak with another peak which is labeled as 3, and then the 3 shows a cross peak with 2 and 2 shows with 1. That is how you assign or you link the vicinally linked protons in the 2D COSY spectrum. 2D total correlation spectroscopy or TOCSY. Total correlation spectroscopy TOCSY utilizes isotropic mixing sequence to transfer in-phase magnetization between spins via the strong scalar coupling Hamiltonian. Magnetization can be transferred to all distant protons as long as there are couplings between every intervening proton during the course of the mixing period. In the absence of relaxation, cross peaks are generated between all resonances within a spin system, depending of course on the mixing time. The relaxation compensated DIPSY2 RC sequence is the most common isotropic mixing sequence to be used. TOCSY is helpful in assigning the protons of sugar ring or amino acids. For an amino acid like valine, TOCSY shows correlations throughout the vicinally connected spin system, whereas in COSY correlation is found only between protons on adjacent carbons. So, we see a schematic representation of TOCSY spectrum of valine. Valine has amide proton HN, protons on C alpha carbon H alpha, proton H beta on C beta, and 2 different H gammas, protons on 2 C gammas, all of which are vicinally linked. The schematic COSY spectrum of valine would be represented by red circles showing single correlations, for example, between HN and H alpha and H beta, and H beta and H gamma 1 and H gamma 2. The schematic TOCSY spectrum of valine is a combination of red and green circles. Here every diagonal peak, for example HN shows a cross peak for the entire vicinally linked spin system. So, that NH shows a cross peak with H alpha, and then the green peak indirectly linked H beta, and then the indirectly linked H gamma 1 and H gamma 2. Let us actually also learn the mathematics and the pulse sequence for TOCSY experiment. The pulse sequence is shown on the right side top. The pulse sequence and coherence level diagram for the TOCSY experiment is shown. The basic 8 steps of phase cycle are: phi 1 is equal to 2 x minus x minus x x, phi 2 is equal to 2 bracket x x minus x minus x, phi 3 is equal to 8x, and phi 4 is equal to 4y 4 minus y. And the receiver phase is 4x minus x. So, this describes the phase cycle. The full 32 step phase is completed by performing cyclops on all pulses and the receiver. So, this is an old version of the TOCSY pulse sequence. Modern pulse sequences would use gradients and reduce the number of repetitions that are needed. During the isotropic mixing sequence, magnetization proportional to I1Z is transferred throughout the spin system via the strong coupling Hamiltonian. Here it is very important to point out the weak coupling as it's seen in COSY and in general solutions, and strong coupling Hamiltonian was specifically defined for solids. But when one applies a spin lock, then one applies the strong coupling Hamiltonian even in solution case. This is the effect of this is given by the expression that is shown, And the point here is that the I1Z magnetization that we see, it will give a diagonal peak for itself and it will give cross peaks to all other linked components where K is not equal to 1. Now, once again let us look at the Toxi spectrum of strychnine to appreciate the complexity. Let us now discuss the nuclear Overhauser effect. Nuclear Overhauser effect, or NOE, is a manifestation of relaxation of nuclear spins through dipolar cross relaxation with other spins that are within a short distance of less than 5 angstrom apart from each other. Consequently, NOEs are able to provide an estimate of distances between the pair of cross-relaxing nuclei. NOE represent a change in the integrated NMR absorption intensity of a nuclear spin when the NMR absorption of another spin in vicinity is saturated. The NOE is dependent on molecular tumbling frequency and internuclear distance. The intensity of the NOE is proportional to r to the power minus 6, where r is the distance between the two spins. Solomon equations. Consider two spins I and S that are close in space to form a dipolar relaxing pair but are not scalar coupled to each other. The energy levels for a two-spin system are labeled as alpha alpha, alpha beta, beta alpha and beta beta. The rate constants for transitions between the energy levels are denoted by omega 0, omega I, omega S and omega 2. The change in the magnitude of magnetization for I and S spins is given by d delta I z t by dt is equal to minus rho I delta I z t minus sigma I s delta S z t, and d delta S z t by dt is equal to minus rho s delta S z t minus rho I s delta I z t. And these equations are known as the Solomon equations, in which rho I is equal to omega 0 plus 2 omega 1 plus omega 2, rho s is equal to omega 0 plus 2 omega s plus omega 2, and sigma is is equal to omega 2 minus omega 0. Steady state NOE. The steady state NOE experiment is shown on left top corner. You first saturate the S spin. This is called as selective as pre-saturation. Then you have a 90-degree pulse and measure the FID. In the steady state NOE experiment for a dipole coupled two-spin system, the S spin is saturated by radiation with a weak RF field. Then the average populations across the S spin transitions are equalized and the I spin magnetization evolves to a steady state value, which is given by IZSS. So, IZSS divided by IZ0 is equal to 1 plus sigma IS NOE gamma S divided by rho I gamma I, and this is given as 1 plus neta IS, where neta IS is equal to sigma IS NOE multiplied by gamma S and divided by rho I gamma I, and neta IS is referred to the steady state NOE enhancement. The value of the NOE enhancement neta IS is measured using the steady state NOE difference experiment. In this experiment, two spectra are recorded. In the first spectrum, the S spin is saturated for a period of time sufficient to establish the NOE enhancement of the I spin. The intensity of the I spin resonance in the spectrum is proportional to IZSS. In the second experiment, the S spin is not saturated. The intensity of I spin resonance in this spectrum is proportional to IZ0. The value of neta IS is calculated from summation of IZSS divided by IZ0. Transient NOE experiment. In the transient NOE experiment, the S spin longitudinal magnetization is inverted with a selective 180-degree pulse, which is followed by a mixing time tau m. During the mixing period, the perturbation propagates to nearby protons, changing their Z magnetization. At the end of the mixing time, a non-selective 90-degree pulse is applied and enhancement or reduction of peak heights is observed in the spectrum. The initial rate of change of the eye spin intensity is proportional to the cross relaxation rate sigma. The cross relaxation rate constants are proportional to the inverse sixth power of the distance between the two dipolar interacting spins, and this distance is listed as RIS. In the extreme narrowing limit, omega 0 tau c is less than equal to 1, is very much less than 1, and so omega is NOE is given by h cross square mu 0 square gamma to the power 4 tau c divided by 32 pi square and r raised to the power 6 is, and neta is equal to 1 by 2. And in the spin diffusion limit, where omega 0 tau c is much higher than 1, the sigma is NOE is equal to h cross square omega 0 square gamma to the power 4 tau c divided by 160 pi square RIS to the power 6, and neta is equal to minus 1. The value of sigma NOE and neta are 0 if omega tau c is equal to 1.12. Now we look at the rotating frame NOE. The rotating frame NOE magnetization, also called as ROE or transverse NOE, is held static in the transverse plane rather than along the longitudinal axis. To generate ROEs, the target resonance is subjected to a selective 180-degree pulse prior to the non-selective 90-degree pulse. The transfer magnetization is then frozen in the rotating frame by the application of a continuous low power spin lock pulse. In utilizing the spin lock, one effectively replaces the static B0 field of the conventional NOE with the far smaller B1 field. The consequence of this is that omega 1 tau c is always very much less than 1 for all realistic values of tau c, and all molecules behave as if they are within the extreme narrowing limit. Hence, the ROEs are always positive. In the extreme narrowing limit, omega 0 tau c very much less than 1, sigma is ROE is given by this expression, and in the spin diffusion limit, the expression is also given, and in the slow tumbling regime, the sigma ROE is equal to minus 2 sigma NOE. 2D nuclear Overhauser spectroscopy, or NOESY. NOESY experiment is a 2D map of proton-proton chemical shift correlations, which depends only on the spatial proximity between protons. The cross peaks of a NOESY spectrum indicates which proton is close to which other proton in space. For large molecules, all peaks including diagonal, chemical exchange cross peaks and NOE cross peaks are positive. For small molecules, both chemical exchange and NOE effects have opposite signs and can be distinguished. Here we present the pulse sequence for 2D NOESY. As you can see that there are two pulses, phi 1 and phi 2, followed by tau m, which represents the mixing time, and then there is another 90-degree pulse phi 3, and then there are delays delta 1 and delta 2. In between there is a 180-degree pulse with a phase of phi 4, and then there is this acquisition during the T2 period. So, there is this initial T1 period where the frequencies are spin labeled in the first dimension, and then T2 is the second dimension. We can look at the product operator analysis for NOESY pulse sequence. Initially, as you see, there is a 90 T1 90 element which generates the terms described for COSY and returns the magnetization to the Z axis. Magnetization transfer occurs via dipolar coupling for a period tau m before observable transverse magnetization is created by the final 90-degree pulse or a Hahn-Echo sequence. And then there are these various expressions that actually show how the diagonal peak and cross peak come. The final spectrum contains diagonal peaks, the k is equal to 1 term, and the NOE cross peaks for k is greater than 1 as per the preceding expressions. So, schematic representation of NOESY spectrum for a dipeptide to look at the value of it. A schematic of dipeptide fragment is shown on the left. The connectivity of a given amino acid in the sequence I to its following one, I plus 1, can be observed in the NOESY because the distance of the amide proton of I plus 1 to the H alpha, H beta or H gamma protons of I is smaller than 5 angstrom in almost every case, as shown in the left picture with arrows. Sequential cross signals to H alpha I, H beta I, etc. are observed at the frequency of Hn I plus 1, as shown in the right picture, dark blue circles. The light blue circles represent the toxi peaks for residues I, which in this case is valine. Now we look at the NOESY spectrum for the strychnine molecules, and the complete spectrum is shown on the left and expansion of certain regions is shown on the right. And the labels next to the molecule 1, 17, 16, these are the positions, and what you see in the spectrum, the numbers that are listed 117, it means that there is an NOE between the proton at position 1 and proton at position 17, and likewise 116. So, even though in the drawn structure, 2D structure, these positions are far in space, in the actual conformation of strychnine in solution, these regions come together. So, NOE helps in getting the actual conformation of molecule in solution. Rotating frame NOE correlation spectroscopy or ROSY. This was first developed by Bothnabai and co-workers. It was initially known by the acronym camel spin, cross relaxation appropriate for mini molecules emulated by locked spins. This experiment monitors cross relaxation between spins that are spin locked by the application of RF pulses. ROSY has the advantage that the rotating frame Overhauser effect ROE cross relaxation rate constant is positive for all rotational correlation times. The maximum size of the ROE varies from 0.38 for omega 0 tau c, very less than 1, to 0.68 for omega 0 tau c, very much higher than 1. Pulse sequence of 2D ROSY. This is a very simple pulse sequence. This sequence was developed by Christian Griesinger and Richard Ernst, and the details are described. This has again a 90 T1 90, which is same to COSY, and then there is a spin lock period in between, after which there is this another 90-degree pulse and then detection of the signal. And the ROSY spectrum of 12,14 di-tertiary butyl benzochrysene is described. The spectrum shows the expansion of the aromatic region. And now we have the expansion of the central region of 2D ROSY spectrum of strychnine. The spectrum shows the expansion of the aliphatic region. As you can see that the diagonal is red and the cross peaks are blue, which means that they are negative with respect to the diagonal. Difference between ROSY and NOESY. NOESY is similar to ROSY with few exceptions. NOESY experiments can be used for molecules having very low and very high molecular weights. It is unable to provide fruitful information for molecules with molecular weights of approximately 1 to 2 kilodalton molecular weight at typical field strengths, since the NOEs are close to 0. A ROSY experiment can be utilized to get ROE information for molecule in this intermediate molecular mass range. NOESY and ROSY provide almost similar information for high molecular weight molecules, with the exception that the cross peaks will be in phase with respect to the diagonals for a NOESY and 180-degree out of phase with the diagonals in the case of ROSY. ROSY spectra show some interference with toxi-like peaks and also a phase dependence. 2D exchange spectroscopy EXY-SY-XC. The 2D XC technique is similar to the 2D NOESY technique. The method provides off-diagonal responses for spins which exchange slowly with one another, either conformationally or chemically, and also between spins with NOEs. The XC method is useful for showing exchange when the rate of the exchange is greater than or of same order as the T1 relaxation rate, that is 1 by T1, but less than the frequency difference between the two spins in the absence of exchange. The responses due to exchange are often much more intense than those due to NOEs. At room temperature, NN-diethyl acetamide exhibits slow motion about the CH3-2-N-C bond such that both methyl groups exchange with one another rotationally yet are distinct in the spectrum. These two exchanging methyl groups on the nitrogen show cross peaks in the XC spectrum. This is as shown in the figure. There are these two methyl groups, and then you can see that both have distinct peaks, and they also have exchange peaks, cross peaks as is indicated. With this, we come to the end of this module and we can summarize. A journal scheme for 2D experiment is segmented into 4 distinct parts: preparation, evolution T1, mixing and acquisition T2. A 2D cozy spectrum of J-coupled nuclei I and S shows a diurnal peak at frequencies F1, F2 is equal to omega I and omega S and cross peaks at frequencies F1, F2 is equal to omega S and omega S omega I. TOCSY utilizes isotropic mixing sequence to transfer in-phase magnetization between the spins of a J-coupled spin system via the strong scalar coupling Hamiltonian, which results in magnetization transfer through several couplings. Nuclear Overhauser effect NOE is the manifestation of relaxation of nuclear spins through dipolar cross relaxation with other spins that are within a short distance of less than 5 angstrom. NOESY and ROSY experiments provide 2D maps of transient NOE and ROE between spatially proximal proton pairs, and chemical exchange can also be studied, and these days actually it is a very important area which is studied through relaxation dispersion. Thanks.